Hattiesburg is a city in the U.S. state of Mississippi, primarily in Forest County and extending west into Lamar County. The city population was 45,989 at the 2010 census, with an estimated population of 45,863 in 2019. It is the principal city of the Hattiesburg, Mississippi, Metropolitan Statistical Area, which encompasses Forest, Lamar and Perry counties. Development of the interior of Mississippi by European Americans took place primarily after the American Civil War. Before that time, only properties along the major rivers were developed as plantations. Founded in 1882 by civil engineer William H. Hardy, Hattiesburg was named in honor of Hardy's wife Hattie. The town was incorporated 2 years later with a population of 400. Hattiesburg's population first expanded as a center of the lumber and railroad industries, from which was derived the nickname, the Hub City. It now attracts newcomers because of the diversity of its economy, strong neighborhoods, and the central location in South Mississippi. Hattiesburg is home to the University of Southern Mississippi and William Carey University. South of Hattiesburg is Camp Shelby, the largest U.S. National Guard training base east of the Mississippi River. This area was occupied by the Choctaw Native Americans, who had been in the region for hundreds of years. Their indigenous ancestors had communities for thousands of years before that. During European colonization, this area was first claimed by the French. Between 1763 and 1783, the area that is currently Hattiesburg fell under the jurisdiction of the colony of British West Florida. After the United States gained its independence, Great Britain ceded this and other areas to it after 1783. The United States gained a cession of lands from the Choctaw and Chickasaw under the terms of the Treaty of Mount Dexter in 1805. After the treaty was ratified, European American settlers began to move into the area. In the 1830s, the Choctaw and Chickasaw were forcibly removed by United States forces by treaties authorized by the Indian Removal Act, which sought to relocate the 5 civilized tribes from the southeast to west of the Mississippi River. They and their slaves were moved to Indian Territory in today's Kansas and Oklahoma. Hattiesburg developed at the confluence of the Leaf and Bowie rivers. It was founded in 1882 by Captain William H. Hardy, a civil engineer. The city of Hattiesburg was incorporated in 1884 with a population of approximately 400. Originally called Twin Forks and later Gordonville, the city received its final name of Hattiesburg from Captain Hardy, in honor of his wife Hattie. Hattiesburg is centrally located less than 100 miles from the state capital of Jackson, as well as from the Mississippi Gulf Coast, New Orleans, Louisiana, and Mobile, Alabama. In 1884, a railroad, known then as the New Orleans and Northeastern, was built from Meridian, Mississippi, in the center of the state, through Hattiesburg to New Orleans. The completion of the Gulf and Ship Island Railroad from Gulfport to the capital of Jackson, Mississippi, also ran through Hattiesburg. It stimulated a lumber boom in 1897, with interior pine forests being harvested at a rapid pace. Although the railroad took 20 years to be developed, the GNSIRR more than fulfilled its promise. It gave the state access to a deep water harbor at Gulfport, more than doubled the population of towns along its route, stimulated the growth of the city of Gulfport, and made Hattiesburg a railroad center. In 1924, the GNSIRR operated as a subsidiary of the Illinois Central Railroad but lost its independent identity in 1946. Hattiesburg gained its nickname, the Hub City, in 1912 as a result of a contest in a local newspaper. It was named because it was at the intersection of a number of important rail lines. Later US Highway 49, US Highway 98 and US Highway 11. And later, Interstate 59 also intersected in and near Hattiesburg. The region around Hattiesburg was involved in testing during the development of weapons in the nuclear arms race of the Cold War. In the 1960s, 2 nuclear devices were detonated in the salt domes near Lumberton, Mississippi, about 28 miles southwest of Hattiesburg. Extensive follow-up of the area by the APA has not revealed levels of nuclear contamination in the area that would be harmful to humans. Throughout the 20th century, Hattiesburg benefited from the founding of Camp Shelby, 2 major hospitals, and 2 colleges, the University of Southern Mississippi and William Carey University. The growing metropolitan area that includes Hattiesburg, Forrest and Lamar counties, was designated a metropolitan statistical area in 1994 with a combined population of more than 100,000 residents. Although about 75 miles inland, Hattiesburg was hit very hard in 2005 by Hurricane Katrina. Around 10,000 structures in the area received major damage of some type from the heavy winds and rain. As the hurricane tracked inland, approximately 80 p.